Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to tell the witnesses, particularly the two distinguished gentlemen from California, and as a Californian, how incredibly proud I am of you, all of you, but particularly the two of you and the institutions that you lead, having been to both of them, as somebody who's a survivor of stage 4 cancer and infections of MRSA and sepsis. I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm here because of Providence and because of the medical professionals who treated me through those challenges. And much of that research came from your researchers. So, Mr. Chairman, with the state of healthcare in this country, as the former chair of the Health Subcommittee and the future chair, we're 46th in life expectancy, but we have the most expensive healthcare system in the world. Average American spends $15,000, per capita expense for healthcare in the United States is $15,000 per American. And the health outcomes are the 46th out of developed countries. And amongst the most awful health expectancy and health comes amongst poor Americans of color. Is that not true, Dr. Hesworth?
You have quoted the statistics as I know them correctly.
Chancellor? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
So let's talk about what this administration's done. Why I don't understand why the majority is not having a hearing on what this administration's done between H.R. 1 and the budget to healthcare and healthcare research. I'm alive because of, as my colleagues know, because of research that started at DARPA, but also was added to by UCSF researchers that did blood work, including on HIV/AIDS, but for leukemia patients like myself. So, Chancellor Hogwarth, what has the NIH cuts done to UCSF in the context also of, forgive me for this, but return on investment? Your website says that your foundation calculates that your research has basically a multiplier of 9 times out to the general public. UCSF or UCLA, you measure it on societal outcomes. Could you both speak to both of those things? What are these cuts and what are HR 1 doing to all the good work you do as two of the premier research facilities in the world?
Well, thank you for the question. We have enjoyed unparalleled support, bipartisan support from Congress for almost 80 years since the NIH was created following the Second World War. That's allowed us to make unprecedented advances in the medical sciences. We have built one of the strongest medical research ecosystems in the world. The biotechnology industry spun out of UCSF and led to a revolution in new therapies for things like cancer and leukemia. One of our faculty received a prize this year for essentially curing the commonest cause of multiple sclerosis. So the partnership between the Congress, administration, and the great research universities of this country for the last 18 years has had a profound impact. We are concerned that that partnership is under threat. I've been to Washington multiple times in the last 2 years, and I really appreciate the bipartisan support for science that I have seen and received. I'm also relieved to see that the allocation of funds from the NIH this year is starting to catch up. Some of the administrative difficulties they've had earlier in the year, we are seeing catch up this year. I hope that the partnership between the great research universities of this country, Congress, and the administration will continue, because science is the future to attack the cost of medical care and the issues of where we rank in the world.
And UCLA, one of the cuts most concerns me. I was down there recently and met with your staff to talk about the remarkable acute behavioral health center you're developing.
Yes, as Dr. Harwood mentioned, the importance of federal funding for biomedical research cannot be overstated. And in particular, our ability to have the workforce of the physician-scientist workforce renewed and have people continue to actually make the discoveries that is our hope that we can begin to use the new tools available to us to begin to predict risk and begin to have treat risk so that we're actually making very common causes of morbidity and mortality rare.
If I could interrupt you before the chairman gavels us down, I want to thank you all, but Mr. Chairman, I also ask unanimous consent to enter into the record a letter to the committee from the San Francisco Hillel detailing UCSF's work to address anti-Semitism and UCLA's latest campus anti-Semitism report from the Anti-Defamation League, showing a grade of B. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Without objection, it'll be entered. And point of personal privilege, I want to also say to my good friend from California, we are grateful to God and the wisdom given to medical science and research that you're still with us too.
And I'm grateful that my doctors came from all kind of backgrounds.